Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps, and welcome to my weekend variety show where I bring you a variety of things. Sometimes it's a Saturday morning variety show, it might be a Sunday evening. This is a weekend edition. I hope you all are well wherever you are in God's part of the world. In my neck of the woods, we are going to be, I think, one-on-one today. Last week, oh my goodness, we had beautiful weather, mid-80s. Yesterday, we began to increase. Today is about a 101, but come Monday, we're going to be back in the mid-80s, and hopefully today is the last three-digit number, right? My fingers are not crossed because every year I do that. I say, oh, this is the last day of the year for the hundreds or the last day of the year for the 90s. Our weather is so unpredictable. Well, I don't play those games no more. I just celebrate day by day, which I'm super excited because in a little over a week, it will be the first day of fall, and I have a special. Well, I like to celebrate the changing of the seasons, especially from summer to fall. Well, I'm going to celebrate with a special. Well, I will celebrate with a special fall edition video. Yeah. Okay, you guys, for this variety show, I got a couple things from Tuesday morning this week from Hobby Lobby, the 75% off sale. I got some Thriftin Junkin finds. I got an Etsy update. I got some gingerbread creations and Christmas tags if you missed my video earlier in the week. And I got some chit chat. So I want to start off with something that's on my heart. This is my chit chat right now. Well, yesterday I went to an estate sale, and it was a lawn and garden estate sale. And I wasn't looking for anything lawn and garden, but I had seen a picture of board games, and so I thought, let me go because I might find what I'm looking for, which wasn't board games, but I thought, who knows, I might find it there. People, when I pulled up in front of this estate sale, it was like, and I hope I can find the words to convey my experience, but it was at a woman's house. Her entire front yard, and you couldn't even see like the house itself because her entire yard, even out by the curb, you know how you have that strip of grass between the gate and there's sidewalk there. Well, let me tell you, her whole entire yard was furnished with different size bird cages. I mean, she had bird cages so large you can walk inside of them, and there's room to put a couple chairs in them. She had different size bird cages, different styles. She had different types of benches. She had different types of garden pots with different plants and trees in them. And then she had all this vintage lawn and garden decor. She had a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It was like one of those pages you see in a Somerset magazine, like Where Women Create, except Where Women Grow. And it was just so serene. It was so beautiful. And then you walk down this hall. It could have been a hall that she converted because we were still outside. You walk down like this long hall, and she had, the right side was blocked off with big, like theater type sheets or curtains, whatever. But on the left side, the wall was decorated really, really, really pretty, like someone hand did it. I don't know what it was. And then you continue to walk and you enter into what's probably the sunroom. And she had the board games and other lawn and garden stuff in there. But you turn to your right and there's a gorgeous swimming pool. Gorgeous pool. Surrounding the pool is more of the items that she likes to collect. Well, so I walked back out, and then I thought, you know what? I want to film this. Now, I don't believe in filming estate sales. I think it's an invasion of privacy. I know I wouldn't want anyone filming at my estate sale, but I thought to film only because it didn't feel like an estate sale. And for me, I wanted to, I don't know, I just wanted to save. It felt so good there. If they wanted to, whoever her family is or whoever, they could really open up her house as, and I don't know what to call it, but I could see myself just sitting there reading a book. You could go there and pray, go there and chit chat. If they just, because she had different benches that you really could just sit down, though all that stuff was for sale. But it's just that type of place, right? It was just so serene and so beautiful. And she had real birds, live birds inside the cages. They had beautiful music going. You could hear, because she had different waterfalls. It was just so beautiful. And then next door, because you're in the front yard and there was a gate that went next door, that was also her property. But that yard, oh my goodness, people, was filled with all that stuff I just mentioned. But she had a lot of bird cages, those pretty ones that's decorated, you know, like really, really pretty. It was just a beautiful experience. Well, I left there and I spent $162. That would be $1.62. That's all I spent, right? And I still have that in the car. I will bring that in. So that was such a beautiful experience. When I thought to film, because I left my phone in the car, by then, like when I got there, it was like nobody there, and I got there like 12. The estate sale started at 9. When I got there, when I thought to film, that's when everybody decided to come. And I could have still filmed or at least took pictures, but I thought, no, I just have to journal that and keep that in my heart. It was just so beautiful. Now, so I left there, went to a couple thrift stores. So now I'm ready to go home. And then I see a sign for another estate sale. And I thought, well, let me make a U-turn, because this sign was like in the middle of traffic. It was on a divider. So I made a quick U-turn, found the direction of the estate sale. Well, this estate sale happened to be at a mobile home park. Now, I don't know what your idea of mobile home park is, but the ones they show on TV, they're not good. I've been to some that are really, really nice. This one that I happened to go to, just by looking down the alley, you kind of wondered, do you really want to go down there? And I thought, heck yeah, I want to see what kind of estate sale this is. I'm not intimidated, you know. And I am so happy I went. Okay. Oh, these two estate sales, they just did something to my heart, right? And something may develop from this. I don't know, but I got some ideas just going through my mind. Anyway, when I pulled up, it was a lot of junk. I'm gonna call it junk, but you know, not junk to us, but just junk in front of the estate sale. Now, it was at a mobile home park. It was not inside the mobile home. It was like outside. And anyway, I saw this tree. And the tree, I don't know how to, okay, the tree was, you couldn't see. How was this made? Imagine a tree house, right? Except the house is not in the tree. The house is on the ground. That's kind of how it was. But I say that to say there was a big sign in the tree on top that stated Handsome Jack. So I saw that before I got out the car. So I walked into what was Handsome Jack's, because he passed away, his man cave, which was outside in his garage area. People, it was so beautiful. Now, when I walked in, I'm like, okay, all this stuff is masculine. I'm not into the masculine crafting and all that. I don't need tools. I don't need nails. But something I just wanted to kind of just walk around, right? And I am so happy I did. I spoke to it was two ladies there. And I end up having really good dialogue with one of the ladies. And she was, you know, telling me about Handsome Jack and what he liked to craft and this and that. People, they had done things with old records that I hadn't seen before. I'm walking around looking, because I had told her, well, this is what I'm into paper crafting. And so there's probably nothing here that I'm going to buy. But there were several tables, and it was a lot of his junk on the table. And what caught my attention was the table covering. I looked at it and thought, wow, this looks familiar. A couple months ago, I shared a video where I asked you guys, help me identify what this is. And it's vintage or antique table lace. Well, anyway, his was different because his tablecloths were multicolored. And I thought, I see this stuff, not a lot, but when I do see it, I never see color in it. So I'm just adoring it. Like, this is nice. And then the lady who I had dialogued with stated, oh yeah, he colored that. And I'm like, are you serious? People, it was different colors. And you know those tablecloths, and I'm not sure if it's called that, they're long and wide. This man had a whole collection, not just the ones on the table, but he had some that were hanging up that he had hand colored himself, and it was so beautiful. And I told her, I said, I'd never seen that before. Handsome Jack was really creative. And so I had to leave before that daughter came, because I had one of the ladies call because I wanted to purchase one of those, because I wanted a piece of Jack with me. They didn't have a picture of him, but because we're both crafters, I don't know, I related to him. I connected with him, and it was just so beautiful. And then she showed me, because Handsome Jack was also an artist, he would take the blinds and he would paint them. He would draw on them. And I thought, I never seen that before. And then I had a brilliant idea. I can rubber stamp on them, right? So I got some ideas just being there. So I do have, I had to leave, but I did get their information, and I will send a text to inquire about how much it costs, because I feel the need to have a piece of Jack in my crafty life. And I feel the need to have a piece of that lady, that first estate sale of the lawn and garden. It was a one-day estate sale, but, well, I did buy a couple things, so I guess I do have a piece of her with me. But when you go to estate sales, and for me, especially crafty estate sales, I connect with the craft in that person. And so anyway, I had an idea, because I was so touched by the 2 estate sales yesterday, and I thought to film too, Handsome Jack's little area, but I'm thinking about doing a documentary series on estate sales that I go to, of course, with the powers that be permission, and not just to show their collections and what their craft was about, but also to learn more about them, because I felt the need. I wanted to know more about the woman who had all that beautiful lawn vintage decor, and about Handsome Jack, because I connected to them. So you guys, that was beautiful. When I do contact, if I decide, well, I do want one of those tablecloths, and yeah, I might just talk to the daughter and tell her what I want to do, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if it's a for sure thing, but you know, I have a lot of ideas, and a lot of times they don't materialize, but that's where my heart was. So we'll see. I don't have a lot of time these days, so I don't know what I really could do, but I think you guys would have enjoyed the experience. I don't know. I did, and I'm still moved by it 24 hours later. Okay. I went to, yesterday, while I was out at the estate sales, I hit up a couple thrift stores, and at one of the thrift stores, and I hope you guys, I got some shadows, right? It's about noon in my neck of the woods, maybe 1 o'clock right now, but I found, I love it when I come across curtains that has the beautiful lace on them, and that's what I came across yesterday. And I already cut up one of these because I'm doing listings for my Etsy shop. But look at this beautiful, oh wow. You guys, I embroider. I haven't in a while, but I have embroidered lace. And this design here, oh my goodness, it's over 12 inches. Yeah, it takes a long time. I don't know if somebody handmade these or if these were mass produced, but it is so beautiful. And that's just the lace in the middle. There's 2 other designs. There's this design, beautiful. Oh, and then there's one more design. And I didn't even buy all of it. I mean, I bought all the ones that were this size, but I thought about going back today. Okay, look at that border, just so beautiful, so beautiful. So I will, you know what? I have a piece right here. Let me show you guys. Because I'm going to have this for sale. Just one piece at a really good, I'm going to have some items in my shop that I call deals and steals. And I'm going to have this item as a deal and a steal. Yeah. And I know, oh my goodness, I have that shadow. I don't know if that's better. But it's you know, let's do this. This is gorgeous. Okay, and then let's see here. I also picked up napkins. And I sell bundles in my Etsy shop. But what I'm going to also do, and I think I have a couple of listings, I'm going to have perhaps individual designs, or have like maybe 2 designs in a smaller bundle. So I found these 2 designs here. They were bundled together. And then I also found, look at here. This is a postcard collection. Susan Branch, and it's brand new, Heart of Home. So it's a collection of postcards. This is the second one I think this week I found, not by Susan Branch, but these booklets of postcards, and I like them. Look at that. I keep a garden, you guys. As a matter of fact, real soon I'll be starting my fall garden. Okay, and then I found this. Praise the Lord. That's right. Praise Him. And this was hand done. And I love that rainbow, right? I have to find a place in my craft room for that. And then I found this beaded fringe, and I paid 15 cents for this. 15 cents. I have some of this in different colors in my stash, and red is just so appropriate for this time of year, right? Because we are entering into the holiday season. Okay, some of you may have missed my latest gingerbread creations that I shared this week. Well, this stocking, it's not gingerbread related, but isn't this tag so cute? I shared these in a video earlier in the week, and you guys could check that video out if you're interested. But these are just, oh, I love them. And this guy, he's my rockin' gingerbread, my rockin' ginger gent. He's made almost entirely out of pipe cleaner. Yeah. You see his gold eyes? And then I shared my primitive gingerbread men. And I have another set of gingerbread tags to share. I'll probably share those next week, but you guys can click right now in the upper right hand screen if you are interested. Oh, my bell came off. In a more deeper, a more intimate look at my latest Christmas tags. Okay, let me share a Hobby Lobby clearance find. By the way, I've done several live videos. My most recent live video from Hobby Lobby, and this is concerning their 75% off craft clearance sale, was several days ago. Yeah. So when you guys see this video, it could have been a week ago. It kind of depends on when I published this video. But I only picked up 2 items. And I don't know what that other item was. Maybe I just got 1 item. And you're looking at it. Hobby Lobby now has marked down. And it depends on store and region. But they've marked down their dies. Steel roll dies and their wafer thin dies. Oh yeah, I did get a wafer thin die set. Yeah, so I got 2 die sets. Now this die, it's steel roll. Yeah, I'd seen this before it got marked down and I did like it. So when I saw it marked down to $7.49 from $30, that's a steal, you guys. Steel roll dies are the thicker dies. You have the foam and you have the blades inside the foam. They cut through any and everything. And this is by Tim Holtz. It's called Large Stems. So I couldn't pass that up. I don't know where that wafer thin die is, but it was a die. It had an Asian feel to me. It probably was lanterns. I don't know. It was only $5. That was a really good deal. Okay, my Tuesday morning find. And I purchased more than this, but I guess my pick of the week at Tuesday morning would be these collections, these boxes. Oh, they have names. I see it now. I have my glasses on. Let there be sight. In the store, I didn't know if they had names. Okay, so anyway, there's about 6 collections available, and the selection may vary by store. I say that because at my stores, and I do need to go back to one of them, but there were 5 collections out. And I went to my other store and saw a collection that wasn't at the first store. Sometimes, though, the selection will vary by store, even if you have multiple stores within one city. This one is called Antiques, and I just love these. Oh, you know what? I have to show you guys because I glammed and glittered and glitzed up Jen Hatfield's. You guys saw my collections I picked up from Tuesday morning by her wood veneer chips. Yeah, if I remember, I'll grab those really quick. I found my crystalled, iced, no, they're crystalled glitzy. I guess if it was wintertime, I would have called these iced. But these are my embellished, beaded wood veneer pieces. I shared a video, I think last week, and the same process I used for these can be used for the ones you can pick up at Tuesday morning. It's called Antique, but look at that dress form, the keys, the sewing machine, the bird cage, the clock, the bird, all that. Now, this is my favorite collection though. I actually tilted this over while I was making this video. Yeah, it's my fave because look, you guys, gingerbread. They're in this box. Now, this box I did not see at my other store. The other store could have gotten it once again. But then again, oh, there were 2 collections at one store that I didn't see at the other store. Yeah, but this collection has the mixer. And you guys, these are pretty thin, but they feel durable. So it goes that way like that, and there's a cupcake, and there's a picnic basket. You got the spoon and fork. I love it. Love, love, love. And then you have whatever, the spoon there, your dough roller, and then you have cherries. And there's probably another image. There's 9 images per box, and you get multiples of each one. So I love these. I love. Okay, you got about 6 collections so far that I know of available at Tuesday morning. I found some lace at my favorite thrift store. Now, I got this for a steal. I got this in a bundle, and I paid $2 for the entire bundle. All the lace is the same. It's just in different colors. I love it when I find lace like this that's on the cardboard or the actual bobbins. This came from some lady's quilt room. I don't know how old this is, if it's old at all. Oh, there's some writing. The Fence Co. And I love it when I find writing, right? Let me offer a Etsy update for you guys. Okay, last week I scored. I came across a lot of fabric squares, patterned fabric and solid colors, and I do believe they have some age to them, though I don't know how much. I do know some of the fabric pieces are from the 80s because I was able, well, the fabric, that's what it said on it. Okay, so I have put together little bundles, and these bundles will be very affordable. I have these fabric bundles, and I'm not done, but so far I have 4 collections that are listed. And look at these pretty fabrics. Now, I envision that these could be used to make pockets in junk journals. Of course, I mean, you could use them for quilting your patch. Is it called patchwork quilt? But these are just so pretty. Some little old lady, I'm sure, hand cut these out, right? And she did a great job. Hand cut all of these out in preparation to make her quilt. Now this one has it has polka dots that feel textured. I don't know what that's called. So this is one bundle, and this is the green bundle, and it's going to come shipped just like this in an envelope. Yeah, I want to keep shipping down, and I want to make sure I can send this as a letter, so I have to keep it as flat as possible. And then I have another bundle, and this is a solid color bundle, and I have 15 different pieces of fabric. And you'll see one way I like to use these pieces. Of course, you can use them for quilting. That's what they're for, right? But I have another bundle, and I'll show you guys how I like to use them. This bundle has 10 hand stamped images, and many of these images are they're vintage in the crafty world. They're discontinued and retired. And take a look at this cute little, this could be a boy or a girl, right? And then look at this one, A Friend Like You. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these, but there's 10 color fabric, 10 different colors, 10 different pieces of colored fabric. Did I say that right? Okay. And a different image on each one. And then I have a bonus. This is the 10th one. And this is actually silk paper. You can remove the paper from the silk, and it's so pretty when that's done. So that's my 3rd bundle. And then this 4th bundle will, I don't know if it's going to come in this size envelope. I have to figure it out. Now this has some pattern fabric in 2 different sizes, and you guys, these pieces, oh my, be still my heart. I love the design of years, decades gone by. Just look, this is the floral collection. It's so pretty. So this one is listed as well. I sent my son to the car to bring in my $1.62 purchase from Garden Ladies estate sale. Okay, you guys, this find here, oh my goodness, and I didn't even buy it all. I mean, it's still a lot left, but this was as of like 4 days ago, so it might not be available now. But okay, I love stickers, right? I came across, thank you, I came across bundles of stickers, and they had bundles of Halloween, those bubble stickers. I did not pick up those. I'm thinking this probably came from a scrapbook store or something like that, because all of these are the same. Now, there's 8 bundles per bundle. And one bundle has, I think, 8 sheets of stickers. Totally got this for, this was a steal. So it's by Mary Engel. Is that an E-I-T? Okay, I'm not going to try to figure that out. But anyway, I think there's 8 sheets per bundle. So it would be 64 sheets in one bundle. It's either 6 or 8. And look at these stickers. Look at that big school bus truck. Yeah. This was definitely a steal. So I got that. And then I saw these boxes. And I thought, okay, what is it? I opened it up and saw that it's paper. I think this is shelf liner paper, but look how pretty this design is, you guys. Had to smell it to see if it was scented. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? You know, this will be pages in a journal, tags, and I think it's brand spanking new. So I found 2 boxes of the same design, and look how pretty the box is. The box itself is really pretty. This was a steal. Okay, you guys want to see my $1.62 purchase from Garden Ladies estate sale? I found a little, well, a vintage recipe album. This was $1. I love it when I find vintage kitchen, sewing, gardening, ephemera. This is just, I was like, yeah, I'll take it for $1. I love these envelopes. Some needs repairing. I think I actually have a sewing book or a cookbook like this. But yeah. And then there are some pages with handwritten recipes. Like this one is how to cook spaghetti. At one time in my life, spaghetti was my favorite food. Right now it's Mediterranean food, but I still love spaghetti. And so she has her recipe for that. Chinese fried rice. I didn't see that. More spaghetti and meatballs. It's just, this is special. This is special. And there's more. And then look at here. You know what? If there's a date on this, nope. Said it would give me an idea of how old this binder is. But I know this binder is vintage. Yeah. So I got that. And the last item, other only item I got at Garden Ladies estate sale. Well, she had these cabinets and dressers too outside in her front yard, and I opened up one of the drawers and I found these wooden crosses, a brand new pack. Now mind you too, she loved crosses, and you have to look up to see it. I don't know if it was on top of the roof or something just high up. It was either, goodness, what was it? It was she had these crosses either on planters or on a bird cage or something like that. So I know that she loved crosses. And how fitting to end my weekend variety show with these crosses. Brand spanking new from Garden Ladies estate sale. Oh, how I wish. Oh, I wish they could open up her place just so people can come and relax. It would be a wonderful place if there was room to do yoga there, but just to sit and chat and have a cup of coffee, have tea, have soda, you know, read a book, do work on your laptop. or like in my case, could sit and write. Yeah, it was that type of experience. And I hated the thought of her particular items being sold, because in my mind I thought every area needs to have. I wish she was my neighbor. If she was my neighbor, let me tell you, I would be at her house all the time, because the stories she would have to tell about all the items that she bought, you know what she loved, because you just had to look at it. And anyway, I think things like that, they're a part of community, and we need stuff like that in today's time with all this crazy stuff happening. We need a place to go that's relaxing, that's safe, that just makes you feel really good. But homes like hers, to me, they're part of the history of that community, and I would love to have a neighbor like that, right? Instead of having these boring neighbors who don't do anything. Like my yard is so boring. My front yard is. But my backyard, I guess I could relate to her too, because she reminded me of myself, and in particular my grandma, because my grandma has stuff like her. She don't have nowhere near as much, but she collects. Like, it's not uncommon to go in my grandma's backyard and see a sink back there, right? And now in today's time, people use sinks as planters. Well, my grandma, she's been doing that for I don't know how many decades. You could find a tub. She still got a wood oven back there. And I saw a wood oven at Garden Lady's estate sale. So all that stuff like that, the milk cans, my grandmother, she has it. I got some of her stuff in my backyard. And I love it. So anyway, I had a really good time at those 2 estate sales, and we'll see if anything become of it. I know one thing, it is in my heart, it's in my spirit. Perhaps it'll just remain there. I don't know. But just to share it all with you guys, that suffice for me for right now, that is. But you guys, I think that's it. Though I do feel like I am totally forgetting something. Oh, you know what? Because I have it in view, this is a big bag, you guys, of pattern fabric in different sizes. It's a lot of it. And this is just one of the bags, okay? I scored. Okay, if you like this video, why not like it? Give me a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to share this video. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting on? Go ahead and subscribe, right? I have a lot more coming your way, videos of all types. And I'll be back, as the Terminator states, right? If the Lord willing. Okay, like, subscribe, share, and what else? Well, anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. As always, blessings.